Hey y'all, welcome back to Chatting with Coach Amy. Oh my gosh, y'all are in for a treat. This is my sweet Carol. Say hey, Carol.
Yay!
So sweet. I'm so proud of Carol. A few weeks ago, she messaged me. She said, Coach Amy, it's almost my 3-year Trimiversary. And I'm like, and when people have 3-year Trimiversaries that are also celebrations of 3 years as a client, they get a special call. So we spent a little time together that day celebrating, and I invited her to come today to share with you guys her journey. And God bless her. We were supposed to do this a few days ago, but I got a little sick.
I'm glad you're feeling better.
It was overwhelming. Y'all, my ding-dong self took my antibiotic without food on my stomach, and it was not good. I have not felt that nauseated in years, and I have been sick with the stomach virus recently. I was like, Carol, it ain't happening. We're going to have to try again another time. I went to sleep that morning and slept for 2 hours.
Oh, goodness.
So I needed the rest, apparently. But anyway, thank you so much for coming back. And how many times have you been on the podcast with me?
3 times that it's just been me and you. And then I did one with the longest, the people that with you the longest.
Yeah, the winter chicken dinners. Yes. Well, Carol, thank you again. So I just want you to share a little about yourself, and then we're going to get into some more things as we go on, okay?
Yep. My name's Carol Wolf. I've been married to my hubby for 30 years.
Oh,
I have 2 sons. One's in law school and one's in grad school to be a counselor. And this is my 20th year driving school bus. So that's a big thing.
Yes.
So yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
I love it. And what's so sweet, I can see things behind her that my daughter made.
Yes. See, there's my pumpkin the picture and
the little teal one up there. Oh my gosh, so sweet. She's getting ready for her fall fest in a couple months. And she has a booth, at a local place. And she came home the other day and she said, all my pumpkins were gone. So she had to do some more to replace. I'm like, girl, if you don't watch it, you're not going to have stuff left for your fall fest.
Yeah, I love stuff. I love little artwork.
Her. It is so neat how I get to meet all of you guys, and then y'all become part of our lives, and she was telling one of our family members, she was like, yeah, mama's clients are my best customers. So funny.
Win-win, huh?
Y'all win. You do. Y'all winning all over the place. So something that I find incredibly spectacular about Carol, and we're probably going to jump all over the place because that's what friends do. But she, in 3 years, has been 100% on plan, 0 crossovers, 0 personal choice, which means no cheats. And so when we were having our little chit chats celebrating her 3 years, she said, Coach Amy, so 100 Strong's happening soon, but I'm on plan, like no cheats. Okay, big whoop. Sure, I'll do 100 Strong. So what do I do? And I was like, wow, what a problem to have, Carol. So talk to him about what you've decided to do.
I've decided I'm going to go dairy low and have cultured dairy 3 times a week, which I probably have cultured dairy at least once a day. So
right.
I need to sit down and plan my menu this week to see when.
Yeah. Because we're recording this on the 21st. That's Thursday morning, and 100 Strong starts Saturday. For 100 days, no cheats. Oh, I cannot wait. Can you, while we're talking about that, can you just give a few sentences of encouragement to women who are like, because they'll hear this Monday the 25th, okay, is when this will air. So just a few days in, most people will do good those few days. So we're getting them still at the beginning, really fresh, So do you have any words of wisdom that you can share with them?
I would just say do your breakfast on plan, do it one, and then say, hey, I did breakfast on plan. How about doing lunch on plan?
Yes.
And I'm feeling good. I did lunch on plan. Let's do dinner.
Yes.
And just do it.
You have such a positive outlook I wonder, are there days when you're not this motivated, this happy, this in control of things?
Before THM and you, oh, most definitely.
Oh, wow. How
Yeah.
long did it take for you to get there?
Well, when I first started THM, I thought, when I told, going back to when I found you and I said to Ty, I want to do this. And he's like, okay. Because I had done
Sure, whatever, woman.
like any diet book that came out, I saw this on TV, I saw that on TV. I'm like, I got to do it. I got to do, and it would last maybe a month because it
Right.
was diet.
Right.
And I said, I want to do this. And he said, okay, like he's very supportive of me, but he was just like, okay, we've been down this road before.
Right.
And I just thought, I have got to do this. My health is not in good shape.
Yeah.
I was very low because my mom just passed away.
Yeah.
And I was just in a low place in my life.
Yeah.
And I had to get healthy. So I just decided that I'm going to do it, and I'm not going to go off plan because I know how I was. Like, if I had one piece of brownie for a treat, then I couldn't stop myself.
Off plan.
Off plan, right before THM.
Right.
Yeah. Like, I had no self-control of how I ate. I just was a crazy woman, like sugar had a big grip on me.
Yeah.
And so I just decided that,
Enough is enough. Yeah.
I saw how quickly my mom got sick and passed away.
Right.
And she had always been overweight, like most of her life.
Uh-huh.
And it was my wake up call.
Yeah. Do you have brothers and sisters?
I have 3 sisters.
Oh, girl. Heavens. Yeah. 3 sisters.
No brothers, just 3
no
sisters.
brothers, just the girls. So how do they feel about this transformation that you've done? Tell me what they're saying.
Oh, they're proud of me.
Oh,
I just sent my picture to my sisters and that I shared with you, and my sister was like, "Oh my gosh," because she doesn't live around me. She lives in Virginia,
yeah.
So we don't see each other, face to face very often. And she's like, "I can't believe you, the transformation, and I'm so proud of you."
Yeah. So I know your outside has changed, and it sounds like your inside has changed. Have you had people that are close to you mention that, how the inside Carol, the real you, has probably come out and it's healed up? Has anybody talked to you about that?
Yeah, like people that I work with are like, "Are you always so happy?" And
Oh,
it's like I'm always trying to put a positive spin on something. Well, this or that, and even my boss, he said, "I wish I had 20 people who came into work smiling the way you do."
Oh, Carol, and I bet you are the hugest blessing. I'm sure those chaps on your school bus grate your nerves sometimes, but you have got to be a huge blessing because I'm there. I mean, it's a known fact. There are children that live in a difficult home, have difficult home life, and when they get on your butt, and they see your smiling face.
Yeah, I mean, every morning I smile at them and I tell them good morning, and that's how I greet them. And every day I tell them to have a good night. And
yeah, so sweet.
There's no sense in going through life as a grumpy Gertie,
Amen. That's right. I agree. So I don't remember, when did you come in and do a little mini one-on-one session with me? When was that?
It was last year.
Okay.
Maybe like last fall.
Yeah. And so you were ready to kind of level up and do some things new. I think you maybe had hit a little stall. Is that right?
Yeah. And we added some exercise. Yeah. And in that mini session, I lost 3 pounds.
Yep. And are you still losing?
I have lost, but it's very slow. I mean, it's not like it was at the beginning, but I mean, that's fine. I'm not quitting.
Amen. So from when you started with me it was was it fall buzz? Is that what we called it that long ago?
Yeah. I would say. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so. All right,
it was September of 2020. Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that would have been my first One of my first bud sessions that I did. Okay, so from then to now, how many inches lost?
Well, when I haven't measured lately because my tape measure broke, and I keep forgetting when I go to Walmart to get one. So I
Oh,
haven't
that's funny.
measured in a hot minute, but
That's okay.
I mean, last time I measured, it was like 61 or 64 inches. It was something like that in the 60s.
Jeez
I
Louise.
mean, because I count like both legs,
Sure,
both.
sure,
Yep.
sure. Add it all up, man.
Huh?
And how many pounds lost?
I've lost 64 so far.
4 pounds. That is absolutely incredible. What size clothes were you in the beginning?
I was in a tight 18. I probably should have been in a 20, but I was.
Yeah. I hear that a lot. And what are you in now?
I am in a 12 and they're getting loose. So
Oh
probably
my gosh.
this shopping trip might be going down.
Oh man, congratulations. So you're just winning all over the place. I just love it. And one of my favorite parts of your story is how you've influenced your husband and your boys. So if you want to take them as a group and then go individual with a few little special things of each one of them, I would love for you to share that, because women, I have some in buds right now that they are I can tell they're so tender to help their family be more healthy. And you know me and buds, I'm like, let's focus on you and let's get you solid with THM, and you are confident, and then start sharing with others that you love, So talk
Right.
to me about how you did that.
Well, actually, it wasn't this past Mother's Day. It was the Mother's Day before.
Right?
We had gone out for the day and we're doing, just a fun Mother's day. And my kids said, Mom, will you help us get on plan? We want to get on plan. And I'm like, that was like the best Mother's Day gift ever, because they asked me. It wasn't me.
Right.
They don't honor them. And so they have, and Brett's probably lost like 50 pounds.
Wow.
And I mean, Ty eats, I'm not going to say at night he doesn't munch on something, popcorn.
Ty's your husband.
That Ty's my husband.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, he eats everything that I make,
Right.
THM or whatever.
Right.
So he does, like I said, he has a little munchy at night, but that's okay. But my biggest success is Nick, my son Nick. He has ulcerative colitis, and he is like me. Going off plan is not an option, because his total, like, he has so much energy. He feels so good. He is killing it in the gym. Like, he goes to the gym every day, every single day.
I love it.
And he had his colonoscopy in June, and the doctor said there was no sign of colitis, and he was in remission.
Praise
And
the
that,
Lord.
I've never heard that. And he got diagnosed at 14 and he's 25.
Wow.
So in 11 years.
Wes has ulcerative colitis too, and it's not flared up right now. But the doctor that he went to years ago, this was years ago when he was first diagnosed as well. And the dude straight up told Wes there was nothing, like food would not help it. There's nothing you can do. And Wes was like, we're done. He got up and left. That's crazy talk. So, I mean, here, boom shakalaka. Food can change your diagnosis, especially something with the gut, for heaven's sakes.
Yeah, the doctor, when he came back and he said, I have great news. And he said, whatever you were doing, whatever you were eating, do not stop, because it has put you in remission.
That's incredible. So when your boys are at college, are they in the dorm or in an apartment?
They both have apartments.
They both have apartments. Okay. Mm-hmm. And so are you like amazing June Cleaver mom and you make them food? I bet you do.
Well, actually, Nick, they go shopping on their own, and Nick will text me a picture. Is this okay? Can I have this? And I'm like, yep, that's good.
I love it. I love it. Do you cook for them though and send some meals with them off?
Well, Nick hasn't been home since he went to school.
Oh, okay.
He's like 2 hours away, but we have gone to see them. Uh-huh. And I actually, on Sunday when we went, I took some sprouted flour because he wanted pizza. Yeah. And I showed him him and his roommate how to make pizza dough so they could make their own sprouted pizza.
Oh, love it.
So And he has to use like the dairy-free cheese because dairy is his.
Right.
So I don't know if that is like 100% clean, but that's what he needs.
For him, I think that's totally fine. I mean, evidently it's working great. Yes.
Yeah.
Us women folk, we got to do things a smidge different sometimes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And he loves like making stir fry, like, so he gets lots of vegetables, and
I'm so proud. They know I'm proud of them, but just tell them again.
yeah, I will. Yeah, Nick's apartment has a huge gym, and that was like,
wow.
He's like, I'm staying here.
Yeah. I don't blame him. That's nice. That's nice.
And like before with colitis, like it zaps your energy, like you know what I mean? It just wears you down.
Yes, for sure.
And when he was bad, like he could, he would get up to go to school, but other than that, he would lay down, and just the transformation in him it makes my heart so happy.
Yeah. So going back to you a little bit, do you think when you were so unhealthy and you kept diet after diet, trying, do you think it was more of a heart issue there? Sometimes? Yeah.
Emotions, yes. Anxiety, yes. Big time.
Yeah.
I mean, I have always been a worrier, but now, and I think that was a big part of it. You know what I mean? Like, I just soothed myself with food and junk and whatever.
And then pairing that with the education you got in coaching, it began to all click, make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And healing the healing that you've gone through in 3 years now. You have always been, from almost the moment we began messaging each other, one of my biggest supporters, hands down. I've called, at first I just thought it was me. I just thought she was just, I think you are one of my number one cheerleaders for sure, but you're everybody's cheerleader. Everybody. Sweet Carol, my sweet Carol. You're everybody's my sweet Carol. I hear about it all the time, just so you know. Things that you do, puffy hearts, gifts, comments, check-ins, whoever you've got to Marco Polo with half of my blooms. I don't know. I think they all talk to you. It does not go unnoticed. And you have been a key in many people's progress and their victories. I know that you have. And that's leaving out the whole part of your life that's so inspiring to people. Because I'll talk about you all the time. Carol has not had a cheetah crossover personal choice. Why are you continuing? Stop. Why are y'all continuing to make these choices? It's possible. It is so possible. Do you believe in yourself? And then we go through that whole thing where that heart does have to be reconciled. You do have to work through that. So what would you say has been one of the most helpful things for you with that inside the heart issue, or getting that into your mind that you can do this and carrying through with those promises you made to yourself?
Going off plan is not an option for me in my life. You know what I mean? I don't even want to, no matter where I go, if my kids want to go to, whatever restaurant, I'll find something.
Yeah.
And I won't go off plan.
Yeah.
And I just know how much better I feel, by being on plan.
Right.
Like my anxiety is, and my kids even said, for example, Brett was worrying he wasn't getting a summer internship. And I'm like, buddy, it'll work out. It'll work out. And he's like, Mom, you were always the one oh my, what are we going to, me, oh my, Yeah. And he's like, it's different to see you being so positive, and you're the one saying it is going to be okay. It's going to work out. And
wow.
And it did work out. He did get one, and it was very good for him.
Good. That's awesome. What a testimony. My goodness.
So I think if you just wake up with the attitude of hey, it's going to be a great day, and I'm going to try to be on plan. Let's do breakfast on plan, Yeah.
Yeah. An outlook is great. And, speaking back at 100 strong, the theme is mind over matter. And truly, that's what it is a lot. You've just got to be like, I'm going to do it. Darn it. if what you're currently doing is not working, maybe you need to change it. We have to change things to see change. And
Right.
I've told people that before, and they're like, huh, you're right. I'm like, look, bro, I ain't got to be right. I just want you to change. I want you to do this because, when people come to me, they're paying money for help. And if they're not willing to do what I'm asking them to do, they're not going to see the fruit of that investment. And I'm just like, sometimes I have to say the hard things, and
Yeah.
I'm sure I don't think you've ever missed a live. So you've heard everything I've ever said, but like it is tough. And I mean, I've been through it too. That's why I wrote the Bible study, relying on him. Just
Yeah.
my experience on how I have been able to overcome that bondage of emotional eating, because it will bog you down, steal your joy, make you somebody who you're not. And when you are disappointed in yourself and have all that shame and regret, you are not going to be a very nice person. And
Yeah.
that's where I was. You've been there.
Right.
And the other side is where you and I are. I mean, not to say that I don't mess up sometimes. I have had off-plan foods. I have had personal choice. I definitely have crossovers. But, we're at a different mindset than a lot of people. And I just want them to know. I want them, y'all hear me, come in close. You can too. You can. You've got to get it set here, And I think the other thing, I'd love to know what you think, is having that accountability, whether it is a group coaching, another coach, not everybody likes me, that's fine, or just one person that you're going to talk to. But that accountability coupled with encouragement, you don't have to do this by yourself. So who
No.
do you say has helped you along the way?
Oh, I mean, just being in Blooms is amazing. But, my pals, Liz and Brittany and Grace and Andy and Lindsay and
Yeah.
Ashley and Tiffany and just so many,
Goes on and on and on, don't it?
just so many girls that, we just are there. We text or chat, about every day. And
Yeah.
Andy's
So
my
crazy.
special Blooms buddy, and we text every single day.
Wow. I love
Yeah.
Andy.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She's so
All
awesome.
those girls I mentioned are, but
They
all
are.
the ladies are.
Absolutely. I am so grateful. When Wes and I were celebrating 4 years of Southern and Healthy the other day, I was just I was moved to tears because one of my buds made a post, and she came, I'm gonna botch it up a smidge, I'm sure, but the gist of it is she was like, I've been in other coachings where we were encouraged to post how much weight we had lost each week. But my first challenge, as you know, is ditch the scale. Do I want you to do I want you to lose if that's your goal? Absolutely. But when you're coming into buds, you need to focus on being healthy and learning the plan and trust in me. We don't need to worry about the scale says. But if you learn the plan, you focus on being healthy, and you trust me, you probably will lose weight. And I tried to spin that as well as I can, and I'm learning how to say it better every time. But we were sitting in like one of those bookstores that has a Starbucks in it. Don't know which one it was. Anyway, I opened my phone because Wes, let me check and see how buds are doing, and that was the first notification. He goes back to the table. I'm squalling, crying, like out of control. And he's like, are you okay? And I'm like, it's fine, look. And he was like, oh, babe. I was like, I know, because it just gave her so much hope. It gave her hope, and it took the pressure off that, if she became a turtle loser and she didn't lose anything in buds, it was okay, because she focused on being healthy and learning the plan and trusting me. And then there are some that lose 10 pounds. I've had somebody lose 15 pounds in buds. There's a lot that lose 10. There's a lot that lose 5. There's a lot that lose 3. There's a lot that don't lose any. But you have to keep going. But understanding the plan is all half the battle, because you know me, in the beginning, peanut butter was carb. So I'm sitting here having crossover palooza and didn't even know. And protein, so big. They're having their bowl of oatmeal, and then they're like, oh yeah, I need protein in this or whatever,
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I did see that post and I thought, oh, that would be discouraging. You know what I mean? If you didn't lose anything to be like, and then
yeah,
you would just feel like giving up.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm glad ditching the scale was big for me, like at the beginning. And it was so exciting because like at the end, then you got to see, oh, look, I lost like
Surprise.
whatever,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, but if you had
I mean, if you lose a little bit to the 10 or whatever pounds, incredible. But even if you don't lose, measure, because
Mhm.
if you've done what I've said, it's very likely you lost something, or you gained non-skill victory where you're not addicted to cokes anymore. Maybe you realized your hormones are whacked out. If your hormones are messed up and balanced, you probably can't release weight the way that someone else could, and you just need a little help, you know.
Yeah.
But getting off of sugar and reducing inflammation from the standard American diet, that's going to spur you on to all kinds of greatness. It may take a little longer for some people, but in my opinion, hang on tight and give it a year. You know, just dig in. You're 3 years in and look at you.
Yeah. Actually, when I had gone to the doctor in March, that's like before that, I had started like doing more exercising. And when I weighed, it was up a few pounds. And I'm like,
That's them goals.
and she's like, if you're exercising, she said, please do not even think about that number on the scale. Don't let it get in your head. She said, that's why, because you're exercising. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Well, did you see my victory with the using the
Mhm.
protein powder and the essentials and stuff? So I gained, I can't remember what it was. I don't know numbers that much, but 1.6 pounds maybe on the scale, 1 or 2 pounds, but almost 9, 10 pounds of muscle. The difference
Wow.
was body fat that I lost. What? Like, I text Coach Charlotte of Time and Compass and I went, okay. And I said, is this right? Like, am I understanding that this is what happened? She's like, yes. And then, well, before I messaged her, I asked Wes. And of course, I had to go ask her just to be sure. But Wes was like, yes, that's, and I'm like, okay. He's like, Amy, you know that. I'm like, I know. But then it's like, I did that. You just need confirmation. Oh my gosh. But it's so incredible what can happen in a year. It really is.
Yeah, I'm doing Coach Charlotte's fitness app
Yes.
too. Yeah,
Yes. So good. Girl, did you see I posted my deadlift?
I did. I was so proud of you. I was like, woo! And
Thank you.
I saw your what you put in your stories yesterday, and I said to Ty, watch this, she deadlifted 215 pounds, and he's like, whoa.
Yeah. So my 1 rep max is 230 pounds. I've done that once, but I don't think I've tried in over a year. We just haven't been doing that kind of thing at CrossFit. And I'm not like, all right, let's load up the bar and see how much I can deadlift. Like, I don't care
Yeah.
that much. But our weightlifting sequencing and all that stuff was deadlifts that day. And I started out with 85 pounds, and it for 10 minutes, every minute on the minute, we lifted two times, 2 deadlifts. So I started out with 85 pounds and I added to it. And the last one, it just ended up being 215. And it was getting heavy because lifting 2 lifts every minute for 10 minutes, it will fatigue you. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
my hands were starting, I don't know if you saw at the end of the video, I'm like, my hands, like my grip was just giving out a little bit, you know. And but I was just so proud. I'm like, y'all, we got a video this last one. We just got to have it. I need to share this with my people and just celebrate that I'm 138 pounds and can pick up 215 twice after all those other weights that I did twice. You know, like, it's crazy. You're like we're ants. Like, we can do things like that, you know.
Yeah, it was awesome. I was so proud of you.
Thank you. So tell me what you're doing for exercise now. It's kind of a year later since we did our mini one-on-one sessions. Catch me up.
Well, all summer, my best friend and I, we walked every day, 2 miles every day.
Wow.
And now she's back at school and I'm in school. So, but when I go to the high school and I park my bus, I do laps around the buses instead of just sitting in my bus.
Yeah.
And actually, the other day, there was a glitch in parking and I couldn't park and start walking as quickly as I usually do. And the resource, yeah, I'm like, come on, I need to do steps in. But the resource officer of the school, she came to my bus and she said, I just had to check on you because I didn't see you walking. And I wanted to make sure everything was okay. And I'm like, okay. I said, yeah, I'm just waiting to park.
Oh, I love that. They're checking on you. And you have great habits. What are a couple other habits that you've made?
Oh gosh. What can I think of? My walking, and if I'm not walking, I'm rebounding.
Oh,
But
yeah. How many days a week do you rebound?
I try to do a few days a week because I saw a video that Pearl put. If you rebound for like 15 minutes, it equals 30 minutes of walking. Did you see that?
Wow. No, I don't
So
see
it's like
everything.
double.
Wow, that's incredible. I love that. All right, girl, we're gonna wrap it up. Gonna be a little shorter one today. That's all right.
That's fine.
So I just want you to see if there's anything else you wanted to share with everybody. Just truly, I just thank you so much for what you do to the Southern and Healthy community and the Trim Healthy Mama community. I know that people have been blessed today and inspired to get after it. And that's truly what it is. For me, I just do it. I do it. I have a choice. People, well, I chose to have the cookies. I don't have that option. I want to be healthy.
Right. And even like before, I mean, I'll just say this, before I found THM, like I was a sweetaholic, like sugar had a grip on me. But even now, like I don't even really crave THM sweets. Like
yeah,
I have a month and that would be like, I don't bake all the cakes or do the cheesecake or like, I just don't feel like I don't crave it.
I made the Guilt Gone cookies Tuesday. I think I've only had one. They're just sitting there. They just, and I've got them. I hadn't thought nothing about them until just then.
Yeah. So that's like amazing how that's changed from how I was before. And now I don't, even if it's THM, I could have it, but I just really don't even want it.
I love it.
Just to say, girls, you can do it. Let's come on, get on plan. Just one meal at a time turns into 2, turns into 3.
Turns into 3 years.
Yep.
And 64 pounds gone forever.
Yep.
Oh, I love it.
And it's gone forever because I'm never going back.
Amen. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. 75 pounds. Here she comes.
I know. I'm going to be getting, how much is that? 11 more pounds and I can get a new sticker.
Get it, girl.
Yeah.
Send it to you.
Yeah.
Carol, thank you so much for sharing your story again. I appreciate it so much.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Happy fall up there in the Pennsylvania.
It was 43 degrees this morning.
Shut your mouth.
That's why I have my sweatshirt on.
And I have on a tank top and shorts.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just hot. All right, girl. I love you. I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you. I love you too.
Bye, girl.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.